the Photoshop Challenge.
Hello and welcome to episode 9 of Spaceman Days. Thanks very much for stopping by. It's great to have you at the channel. So today I am doing the Photoshop Challenge. This is something I used to do quite a lot in a previous life with a couple of colleagues. But it's quite exciting because it's also my first collaboration video, which is brilliant. It's all part of what I mentioned in the last video, No Small Creator. Really cool to have met a guy called James Leithart, who's an American who is living in Albania, which is pretty cool. James has kindly agreed to work on the Photoshop challenge with me. I've roped my brother into choosing an image. So this is the basics. My brother goes online, goes to Unsplash. He can then pick any image he wants. We've given him free rein to pick any image he wants. Then between James and I, we both have to take that image and Photoshop it into an interesting scene. So I suppose this video, really what it talks about is two things. A bit of light relief from the normal day-to-day work. I've talked about it before, keeping that sort of well-being and wellness and creativity and keeping things interesting in what you do. So I suppose that's one thing. But it's also touching on a subject that I'm going to talk about in another couple of episodes time, which is about collaboration and talking a bit more about networking. So I wouldn't normally collaborate and network with someone living in Albania, but because of the wonders of the modern age, it's particularly easy to do. So my brother's chosen an image. He's emailed that over to James and I. I've not seen it. James is the same. And we are going to open it up, see what it's all about and see what sort of images we produce. It'd be really interesting to see whether we produce a similar image. James has already done his. He's also sent some video over and we transferred it to me today. So I've opened that and I have made sure I have not looked at it. So I get as big a surprise as anyone else. But also be interesting to see whether we go down a similar direction in terms of photoshopping the image itself. I think that's about it really. It's nice to do a bit of collaboration with someone and albeit this is in a sort of a fun reason for a YouTube video. I also try and collaborate a lot with people on Spaceman business and Spaceman projects. So I've got a really nice project at the moment which is all about logo design, branding, website design, photography, pretty much everything. We're even making some pin badges, which is really great. For this one I've collaborated with a few different people. So I've got a web developer who I work with who's fantastic, and I sort of do the creative direction for that and send them what I need and talk to them about what I want it to look like. I've also got a photographer on board to do the portrait shots so that I can manage that, manage the process, and then obviously I've got all the logo design, branding and the management of the project. So it's nice to collaborate, and it's something that's important when you're starting a new business. At some point you run out of time, so you can't always do all the work, but also you don't want to turn work down. So if you've got trusted people around you that are happy to work on your behalf, and you know what their quality of work is like, and you know they're going to deliver the standard that you expect from your own work, then that's what you should be doing. So hopefully in the future James and I may be able to work on a professional level together and collaborate, but for now it's the Photoshop challenge. Whoa, what's this? Look at this band of light. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It's like something's arriving from space. So hopefully I'll be able to make a nice image from this photograph that my brother has chosen, and then I'll compare it to James's and see not necessarily whose is best, although that'd be interesting to know what people think, but also whether we've gone down a similar direction or completely different. So here we go. Let me grab my laptop. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Need to get the image up, don't I? Really? Right. Okay. Okay. interesting. We've got a little jetty going out into what looks like either an estuary of a sea or a lake. Some lovely colours, some reeds on the right hand side, but yeah, a nice shot. Portrait. For some reason I expected it to be a landscape shot, so it's quite an interesting way to go, really. There's not a lot going on here. It's quite a big sort of blank canvas. Now that we've seen the image, let's jump straight over to Albania, of all places, and see what James thinks of it.
I'm getting ready to open this email from Andy's brother with the photo in it. I haven't seen it yet, so we'll see what this thing looks like. Alrighty then. It's like a pier going out to a lake, so I'll have to think about this one for a while before I know what to do. Okay, wheels are starting to turn. Let's go. Let's pull this up in Photoshop.
Okay, much like me, when you open an image that you have no idea you're going to get, you've got no idea of what to do, it's quite interesting when you give yourself 10 or 15 minutes to create an image fresh just straight out of your brain. It's actually quite difficult to do, so I think that's probably what James was thinking too. So I'm going to go and crack on with mine, and let's see. So how do we do this? So essentially what we're going to do straight away is obviously just drop that into Photoshop, and here we are. Probably speed it up because it can take me a little while to actually create anything from this. I'll record what I'm doing. I'll see you in a bit. So you can see now, I'll put this up here. I just had a little bit of fun with this image, so I created a little bit of the cityscape in the background, and also a couple of moons in the background as well, just to add a little sci-fi twist onto it, something I enjoy. And then in true Instagram style, I've added some chain link at the front, blurred most of the background, and then kept the focal point of the jetty going out into the water in sharp focus. So that's what I went for in the end. As I say, it's a very simple, very quick exercise and a bit of fun. And now what we're going to do for the first time is also have a look at James's and see what he went for as well. This is very exciting. So here it is. Let's double click on this and have a look. Awesome. I love this. James has gone for a totally different look, and actually more realistic than mine, I would have said, in terms of the sky and replacing the lightning there, which is really cool, and obviously a great use of taking the image and overlaying it over to the existing image. And again, he's gone fairly subtle in terms of his approach, and not huge amounts of extras in there, but what I immediately see is all this blood down the bottom here, which is very exciting, leading to what looks like a very Halloween version of Photoshop Challenge, which is great. So we've gone in here, see the detail. Oh, I didn't notice the sharks that he's popped in there as well, which is great, much more exciting than mine. And he's put what looks like Jason from the Halloween films in the cage at the end of the jetty, which is great. I love that. And considering the film, if you've seen the Halloween films set on a lake, excellent job. Really love what he's done there. Actually, much prefer it for his to mine. So yeah, so that's the Photoshop challenge. This is what's fun about these challenges, is that you take one image, which is a great photograph but really isn't the point, and then turning it into something just straight out of your mind. You do it on the spot, you have a look at what you've got and you go for it. You know, obviously if you had tons of time and you had a client who's asking you to do something or whatever, then you'd take a load of time over it, make everything look absolutely realistic as possible. Yeah, so these are the two that we've gone for, which is great. Hope you enjoyed the video this week. I'll pop James's YouTube channel link below, and maybe it's even come above here if I can work out how to add it into the video, so you can go and click and see his stuff and his daily life. And he's been doing a lot of videos since moving to Albania, and it's a great channel, so go and check him out as well. I hope you've enjoyed watching the Photoshop challenge today. Subscribe if you're that way inclined, click like if you're that way inclined, click the bell if you'd like to see more videos, and I'll see you next time. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers, bye.